How are we all doing? Good to see you all. Welcome back to another night of Premier League football. Bournemouth against Fulham. Fulham in the fancy new yellowy, illuminacy yellowy, I don't know, it's a funny colour kit. I thought they'd be in the white kit, the standard white kit. But hey, no, sadly not. Bubblicious, good to see you. Isaac, how's it going? And what are we saying? Sorry, too many begs. 1-1. You're saying 1-1 in this one. Do you know, I don't really know. Oh, here we go. What's the referee doing now? We've got an issue with the referee here. Ah, how disorganised. How absolutely disorganised. I would never start a stream so disorganised. Absolutely shocking. Noah Osmani. Good to see you, Noah. First. Noah, is that a Skendia logo in your profile picture? It looks like a Skendia logo. Are you from when we did a stream of Skendia in the early rounds of the Champions League? That's fantastic. Great to have you back, mate. JBLFC, come on the cherries. I've got Semenyo in my FPL. My prediction for this one, Callum. Prediction. I fancy Bournemouth. I was really disappointed with Fulham last week against Villa. Really disappointed with them. And I thought they deserved... I thought they deserved better. I thought Fulham deserved an awful lot better. Snooze? You think it's a snooze fest, this one? I can't see it. No, I thought Fulham deserved a lot better in that first half, and then they just kind of fell apart after the Matty Cash incident, where they don't get the penalty. They go in front at Villa Park, and it just kind of falls to bits a little bit. But I think Fulham have they've just struggled a little bit, haven't they? They've just kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. It's quite sad. But I like him a lot. Rooney, Sunderland have had a good start. And Alex, Simon Hooper, yeah, the referee. Weather's shocking. It is. It's bad. Key, good to see you. Joseph, good to see you too, man. Yeah, prediction. Come on, Key. Give yourself a prediction. Bloody hell. I am going to go for... I'm going to go Bournemouth 2-1. 2-1, I'm hoping. Followed you on my normal account. It's Bubblicious. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Good to see you. Hang on a second. I can't even get back on my stream. Somehow, I flicked up and somehow I was on a Daily Mail live for some reason. Followed you on my normal account. It's Bubblicious. Oh, lovely. Rapunzel. Very nice. Wrexham. Wrexham in front. I've got Wrexham or draw, I think, in that one. I've got Wrexham or draw against Birmingham. Birmingham have not had a good start in terms of goals this season. They've been pretty poor in terms of scoring goals. So yeah, I've gone for Wrexham to score, Birmingham not to score too many. I think 2.5 I've gone for. 2-0 the Cherries is the prediction coming in, and the last weekend of the Prem before a boring international break. Please make it a good one, says Liam. Gertish Miley says 3-1. Sorry, 3-0 to Bournemouth. And Liam, I'm going to have to suffer now for 2 weeks watching England and doing nothing. No. See, that is absolutely where you're wrong, Liam, because I've got some cracking fixtures coming up, right? Get this. These are the fixtures we're doing during the international break, right? Got Bournemouth Fulham tonight. Tomorrow, I'm doing Leeds Spurs. Then I'm doing Chelsea Liverpool. Sunday, we're doing Everton Palace. Then we're doing Brentford City. Monday, we're doing Harrogate Crew. Tuesday, we're doing Salford Stockport. So loads of great games going on. Loads of great lower league games. Get on them. That's honestly where the best football is played, in my humble opinion anyway. Yeah, so we've got Harrogate Crew Monday night, Salford Stockport, we've got Scotland and Greece, international break, but Scotland and Greece is on. We're doing that. We're doing Northern Ireland against Slovakia. We can see how Conor Bradley gets on. And then next weekend, we've got Oldham against Barrow, Scotland v Belarus, Northern Ireland v Germany. We watched the home game of that one when Germany played in Germany. Florian Wirtz with a lovely free kick. We're going to watch Northern Ireland v Germany. Then we've got Latvia, England, Huddersfield, Bolton, and then Middlesbrough against Ipswich on the Friday night, Friday the 17th. And that's the last game before we're back to the Premier League. So I am still live every single day. Empty Wales-Belgium. I don't know when Wales-Belgium is. Is Wales-Belgium Monday? I think Monday the 13th, isn't it, Wales-Belgium? No, I'm going to do Northern Ireland-Germany. Yeah, Northern Ireland-Germany feels like the better one. Could be wrong. Steve Keane, we've run out of toilet roll. Can I have them shirts behind you, Key? Evening, Swifty, how's it going? And NUFCKS, good to see you too. Alex Macklin, what about Sweden? We could do Sweden, couldn't we? I'm just gonna keep an open mind. I am gonna start getting a few people to choose the games that we do, especially over the international breaks. Feels like it's a good opportunity to get you guys involved and start doing some more of the old you guys can choose. Pup, I don't think I can handle the 2 Scotland games. And Gert Ismaili, I love your videos. Cheers, Gert. Thank you for that. That's very nice of you. Keep watching them if you can. 3-star Reds, hoping to watch some great football tonight. I was not entertained last night in the game I watched. Bournemouth chance. Oh, Fulham living a little bit dangerously. It's got to be said in the opening few minutes here. Rapunzel, that's got to be a Man U fan. Of course it is. Steve's a big Man U fan. United forever. Are you not doing Wales v England? Oh, we've done that one, sorry. NUFCKS, Bournemouth will turn these over. Well, at the moment, it's certainly looking that way. I've got to be honest. Bournemouth all over them. Fulham really struggling to get out, it's looking like. Empty, why not San Marino and Cyprus? It'll be a fun game. Hey, listen. No one likes a San Marino game more than I. But no, I'm not watching San Marino. Liam, Gyökeres hasn't scored in 5 games, but nobody's talking about that though, are they? And Lenny, as a Fulham fan, I think we lose 2-0. 2-0, you think so? I think Fulham, I mean, look, Fulham did a really decent, they started well against Villa, and you played well against Chelsea first half. I thought you battered Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And I really like Josh King. Every time I'm seeing Josh King, I'm just getting really sort of, what was the word I was going to use there? He reminds me a little bit. No, that's a bit too, I know that's too tall praise for him. That's too tall praise for him. He's so good though. I was going to say Philip Coutinho vibes. I keep getting Coutinho vibes off Josh King. Because he's really, really good on the ball. And just very, very, like, wraps the ball in when he's passing as well. His passes seem to be very, very, like, he's expecting you to take a very good touch. Bournemouth are in here. Evan Nilsson cleared away by Fulham. Noah, do you know Skendia? Yes, I've done Skendia games. I think I've done 2 or 3 Skendia games on this channel. 2 or 3 watch-alongs on Premier League Dad. Yeah, we've done them. I love watching the European games, and Skendia have played a couple of the Premier League teams and the lower league European games. Not Premier League teams, sorry. They've played... who did they play? It was earlier this year. We did a game. Skendia. Did 2 of them, I think, actually. Sure we did 2 Skendia games. Callum, this game is so unpredictable, to be honest, and 8th to 15th place games are always unpredictable. Do you think this is what it's going to be? I think Bournemouth can finish top half. Gert Ismaili, you are the best YouTuber. Thank you very much, Gert. And 3-star Reds, Marco coming to the City ground, Fulham fans. I think Marco, would you have him? Would you swap Nuno Santo for Marco Silva? Savinio signed a new deal at Manchester City. Clyde Mifsud says Everton prediction against Palace. 2-0 Palace. 2-0 Palace. Yeah. Yeah, that's my take on it. I think Palace will just have a little bit too much for Everton. Everton have not started the season particularly well. Oh, that's such a poor ball. Oh, honestly, Alex Iwobi absolutely raging there. Who was that who played that pass? Watch it be Josh King after all the praise that I've given him. Absolutely shocking there. Callum says Everton 0, Palace 1. And Rapunzel, what's all this clop I'm hearing to Man United? Better not be like, no, he's already, I mean, he swore, didn't he? He swore that he would never manage again in England. Whether or not that if he goes back on that, I think he would incur the wrath of many Liverpool fans. Lenny, if I was up front, it'd be a Fulham win. It's a corner for Bournemouth here. 3-star Reds, I would have Marco Silva as manager. In fact, that should have been the appointment made once Nuno left. Really? Yeah. Especially given you're in Europe, I would have thought Marco Silva, I thought you'd have gone for not a better manager, but maybe shown a touch more ambition. Marco Silva, he's a good manager, don't get me wrong, but he's a bit of a steady Eddie, isn't he, in the Premier League, Marco Silva? He's a bit of he'll just kind of get the job done. He's not someone, I don't feel like he's taking Fulham any further than he should be. But he has done a good job. Steve, bet you've never done Hull City, Key. That's where I am from. I have done Hull. Yeah, we've done Hull games. We have done Hull. I think we did Hull last season. Alex Gyökeres has not scored for 5 matches, but the press are not making a fuss of this. Lenny, show the game. I wish I could. I really wish I could. Sadly, I can't. If I show the game, channel gets blocked. Privo says, I need 1 goal in the first half. Well, Fulham are going to have to make a change here. And is it Castagna coming off? I think it is, yeah. Castagna coming off. And it's looking like it's Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney's coming on for Fulham. The old faithful, the old classic. Tom Kearney coming on for Castagna. It's an odd change, that, isn't it? So what happens now? Does Harry Wilson... Oh, sorry, it's Sasa Lukic for Tom Kearney. Oh, well, that is a straightforward swap then. That's a far more straightforward swap. I really thought that was going to be Kearney for Castagna. But no, Kearney for Lukic. That sounds about right. NUFC KS this weekend. Bournemouth, Leeds, Arsenal, Man U, Liverpool, Villa, Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, Man City wins. You don't think any draws in the Premier League then this weekend? Finners Matty thinks Sunderland are going to beat United tomorrow. Is that tomorrow, United? Oh, I'm so tempted to do Sunderland United. Is that the 3 o'clock? Oh, I'd love to do that. Maybe we do that. What's the 3 o'clock tomorrow? Oh, Arsenal, West Ham and Man U, Sunderland. Oh, we really could do that, couldn't we? Oh, I really would love to. Roy, CFC v LFC score. I have gone for 2-1 to Liverpool. Yeah, 2-1 to Liverpool I fancy just about. I think it's going to be a tough game, but we've got enough to hurt Chelsea. I think Chelsea have been... Honestly, I am of the opinion that I think Chelsea have been probably one of the worst teams this season in the Premier League. I think their position... Sorry, I think their position in the league defies how bad they've been. they've been all over the place. I remember watching the game against West Ham early part of the season, and they won 5-2, I think it was. But West Ham scored 3 perfectly good goals. It was mad. Rapunzel, it's going to be a hard match. S. Martin, how's it going? Yeah, good to see you, man. Man, you need to sort themselves out. And NUFC KSR, do you reckon the teams get on key? I am going for... I think Arsenal will beat West Ham. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope West Ham can get a point there. But I'm just expecting an Arsenal win. So I'd go Arsenal win against West Ham. I think Liverpool beat Chelsea. I think Sunderland get a point against United at Old Trafford. I can see that. I really can see that. That's, you know... do you know what? No, I think West Ham will. I think West Ham can get a point against Arsenal, but that's maybe me being a little bit of... That's a bit of hopium there. Is that a little bit too much hopium? YD, the GOAT. Good to see you, man. Hassan Hersey, Chelsea are missing a number of good players. Liverpool a must-win game. 3-1 to Liverpool. Yeah, I think Arsenal, West Ham could well be a draw, but I'll go Arsenal. Liverpool will beat Chelsea. I think Spurs will get a win against Leeds. I fancy Spurs. And then on Sunday's games are a little bit, arguably a little bit closer to call. All the big games are on Saturday, but I feel like Sunday's Premier League games are a little bit tighter. Villa-Burnley. Villa have not started well. Burnley have been really difficult, so I'd probably lean into maybe a draw in that one. I think Palace will win at Everton. Newcastle-Forest, again, could go either way. I actually think Forest are the better side, but Newcastle maybe in marginally the better form after the win against Union Saint-Gilloise in midweek. So maybe we go for... I'd maybe go Newcastle winning that one. Wolves, Brighton. I really want Wolves to stay up, but I think Brighton probably get the win there. And I think City win at Brentford. Ipswich or Norwich? I think Ipswich for sure. Yeah. Ipswich 100% will win that one. Gru. Hey up, Gru. How's it going, lad? Good to see you. Go for Everton 1, Palace 2. Yeah, Palace will win that. Pressure's starting to grow on David Moyes, you know. Pressure's really starting to grow on David Moyes. There's a lot of Everton fans just starting to turn a little bit on him now. Just starting to get a little bit... He's not doing enough. He's not picking the right team. He's signed a right winger for 45 million quid. And, you know, we've been crying out for pace all year. Signed a right winger for 45 million quid. Doesn't play him. Lenny, how's Fulham looking, bro? They're not really getting out their own half, to be honest, mate. Bournemouth. Fulham have got the ball here, carrying it forward through Sessegnon. Ball played into Iwobi. Iwobi loses it. Bournemouth got the ball back. It's been a lot of that. Opening 15, 20 minutes here, it's been all Bournemouth. When Fulham have got it, they've had just a lot of overhit passes as well. Look at that. Really poor. Fulham knocking it out. Bournemouth knocking it out. I don't know if maybe the Storm... There's obviously quite a bit of wind down there. Look at Semenyo's hair. Semenyo's hair's all over the place. Christ, yeah, it's definitely windy. Definitely windy. Unknown FRX, why is our defence so bad and how do we make our defence like Arsenal's? Liverpool are we talking about here? You think you want your defence to be like Arsenal's? Well, the trick is to not take any risks. And if you don't take any risks, you will be considered quite boring in football. And that's why Arsenal haven't won a tap in 6 years. So, yeah, like, with the best will in the world, don't wish for a defence like Arsenal's, because Arsenal's defence is because of the way they play. Gru, not bad, pal. The Storm's here. Oh, aye, the Storm's here, all right. Noah, are you a Liverpool fan? What gave me away? Mad Pup says, commentator mentions Tavernier and my PTSD's flaring up. Chimey, how's it going? And Finners, do you know if Chiesa is fit for tomorrow? I think he'll be on the bench either way. It doesn't matter whether he's fit. I would say he's not going to play really a part in the game. He might be on the bench. I think Slot said that Ekatike should be in the squad. So positive from Ekatiki's point of view, and everything else seems to be okay. Just Alisson seems to be out. That's the only one that will be missing. YD, what do you think of Man City? Great team. I still actually think that they might be Liverpool's closest challengers this season. 3-star Reds, after a cooling off period after last night, I am going safe on Sunday's Forest game. I am going 8-0 Newcastle instead of 10-0. Alex, what about Marco Silva to Man United? Do you think that's likely? I think if United swap their manager, it's Gareth Southgate. It's Gareth Southgate, in it. They've got a real... They like him. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Sir Gareth Southgate, 2 knights of the realm, and they both know each other. They're on very good terms. Gareth Southgate interviewed for the job previously. So yeah, I think if it's going to anyone, it's going to be to Southgate, which will be hilarious. JBLFC, how's the Bournemouth game? Sorry, Key, I had to say bye to my friend. It's going... It's been pretty dull, to be honest, opening 22 minutes. Got a corner here to Fulham. Probably the first time we've actually seen Fulham venture into Bournemouth's final third in any meaningful way, but they've got a corner here. Unknown FRX, thoughts on Wirtz? I feel bad for him. I like him. Yeah, I really like Wirtz. I think he's actually done quite well at different points this season. He's still young, still growing into the game. Still learning the club, the Premier League. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine. No concerns at all with Wirtz. Don't listen to these numpties who are telling you he's crap. It's just people trying to push an agenda. That's all it is. Do you know what? We're going to see some really low-scoring Premier League games this weekend, I get the feeling. Because whenever there's games like this where the wind is really picking up, they can't cope with it. It feels like all they do is take heavy touches and knock it long, and the wind takes it, and it just... They either end up over-hitting passes or under-hitting passes, and nobody can ever really get any rhythm in the game. So I'd be back in low-scoring games this weekend. Q14 all in some games. Smartin86, start of the championship season is crazy as always. 4-point difference from 2nd to 11th. It's a great league, the championship. It's the same with League 1 and League 2 though, mate. Honestly, League 1 and League 2 are just as good. And I'm really looking forward to watching a bit of the lower leagues. What's what we do on this channel when the international break is on and players are travelling all around the world to go and play with their national teams. That's when League 1, League 2, the National League games start to... They're still getting played every day. So we watch a lot of that on this channel. And I'm really looking forward to seeing quite a bit of... We've got Salford coming up. We're going to be watching Salford. We've got Harrogate against Crewe. Salford, Stockport. Local derby, that one. Salford against Stockport. And Oldham as well. Oldham against Barrow is another game we've got coming up on the is that the 11th? 11th of October. Liam Manning, Maranakis will not hesitate in sacking Ange if results don't get better. Do you think they're likely to pick up though? Because I really like Ange. I feel sorry for him. I think he's a really good manager, and it just for whatever reason hasn't quite worked out for him at Spurs. Through not really too much fault of his own, in my opinion, anyway. JBLFC, Wirtz does not deserve the hate he is getting. He's a quality player. He just needs to settle in. He's not used to the intensity and the aggressiveness. Bang right. Ali says, hi mate, have a good match night. You too, Ali. Good to see you. Thank you everyone for subscribing. Really appreciate the likes, the comments, the subs. Liam, I feel bad for him. It's not his players plus no pre-season, so hands are tied at the minute. Exactly. He's coming into a completely different set of players and, you know, a group of players, many of whom were still loyal to Nuno, I think, as well. Feels like there's probably a few lads in there who didn't actually want Nuno to leave. And then the new guys come in. It's a little bit tough to just get straight back to it. Okay, free kick here for Bournemouth. Opportunity to whip the ball in. 3-star Reds. It'll be a 5 a.m. Monday morning phone call for Ange if we lose to Newcastle on Sunday. Well, look at that. There you go. That's a prime example of what I was just talking about. Alex Scott takes a free kick for Bournemouth, whips it in. Everyone's gone up in the box, waiting for the ball into the box. He puts it in, and the wind just takes it, and it's gone. It's out for a goal kick. It's those sorts of anything that's anything that's higher than maybe one of the stands is going. It's getting sent. It's going out of play. So I can't imagine we'll see too much long ball this weekend because all over the UK there are storms. It's getting really, really windy. So yeah, all good. Oliver Sims, need an Antoine Semenyo masterclass from IFPL and Liam. Plus with the Europa League might take it out of them. Well, yeah, true enough. JBLFC, exactly the same with Frimpong, I guess, because he's such an attacking left-back, how high pressing the Prem is. It's true, yeah. And Pup, oh, thank you for that. Really appreciate that, Pup. Cheers. Okay, ball over to the left-hand side here for Fulham. Chance here. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. Bournemouth get it away. Liam, long throw-ins might be fun then. Yeah, I imagine so. Thank you, Chloe. It's not a great profile picture you've got there, Chloe. Not a fan. But I agree, yeah, it's going to be one of them long throw-ins. It's going to be chaos this weekend in the Premier League. Get used to long balls, high balls, and a bit of defensive. There's going to be some defensive shambles going on. Three-star Reds, I hate these Storm games, Key, when they're played. Certainly not betting games. Well, no. I mean, it feels like the games where there's going to be maybe plenty of cards. I can see there being cards for late tackles. And I can see there being some defensive errors. But I don't think we'll see too many goals. Fulham with a chance. And Fulham now coming back into the game, actually. Oh, God. Be yourself, Dylan. How's it going? Another 10k done. 3 days complete. Well done, mate. Well done. Massive achievement. Keep going. How are you finding it, by the way? Are you vlogging while you're going along? You should do like a vlog while you're walking along, maybe. Be yourself the prediction tonight. I said 2-1 to Bournemouth, but the more I'm seeing the game, I didn't realise how windy it was. And I feel like it's going to be one of them games where we might actually see a 0-0 here. I think it's going to be a low-scoring one because neither team can really get any rhythm. The ball's not staying on the deck too long. They're giving it away. They're taking heavy touches. Look at that. It's really poor from both teams. And just lots and lots of under-hit passes, over-hit passes. It's been pretty poor. Noah Asmani, for me, I think Liverpool will win 2-0 against Chelsea tomorrow. Wonderful. I hope you're right, Noah. Here's Iwobi. Cleared away. Right, we've got a player down here for Bournemouth. Who is it who's gone down? Is it Evan Nilsson? Ooh, yeah, that was a little bit naughty. I think he just landed funny, didn't he? For yourself, Dylan. Yes, I plan to vlog. The weather has been horrendous lately, though. Just get yourself a little lavalier mic, if you can. Get yourself a little lavalier mic and just give it a whirl. Just get out. I mean, I've been doing my match previews and stuff, walking along. I'm just trying to get them going at the minute. Cheers for the roses. Titchy Poo, does anyone know any free? No, sorry. Razine, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Wrexham 1-0 up against Birmingham at the moment. Right, Evan Nilsson, I don't know if he is going to be going off the pitch here. He's certainly leaving for a bit of treatment. Whether or not he needs to be subbed off, I don't know, but he's certainly leaving for a little bit of treatment. Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. Liam, come on Wednesday. Finley, what's the score? It's currently 0-0. Bournemouth 0, Fulham 0. G, come on Liam, thought you was top dog round here. Just flew to first blissfully. JBLFC, checking connection is okay. Can you see my chat? Yeah, can see it, mate. Oh, lucky. Better from Fulham. Much better. A little bit more incisive round the box. They're just not quite able to link up with each other. Ball's all the way back with Petrovic for Bournemouth. So, 35 minutes has flown by in the first half, and I've got to be honest, it's been pretty bad. We've not really had a meaningful shot on target. We've had one, there you go, one shot on target all game. There's been 18 touches in the opposition box in 34 minutes, which is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Daniel, fresh trim. Not trim that was last week. Certainly not fresh. This is just the rate at which my hair grows now, Daniel. Sadly. Bournemouth can't quite keep hold of it. The rain is absolutely pouring down there now on the south coast. And you can tell the wind is holding the ball up. This is bad. Oh, it's really bad. You can look at that. The wind is swirling. The rain is absolutely pissing down. And there's just no way that sort of thing is not going to affect the quality of the game, the speed of the ball, the pitch. The ball is just holding up. It's so tough. MK13, hello Key, how you doing? Good to see you. Thomas98, no way you're getting 3 points with Kunati, Lee. Konate, mate, is the second best defender in world football. Daniel, what games are you watching tomorrow? I am doing Leeds v Spurs, early kickoff. And then Chelsea v Liverpool, late kickoff. I was possibly might do the 3 o'clock. Maybe the United game, maybe the Arsenal game. I don't know. I might just watch them, but not actually stream them or do a watch along for them. I don't know. Mackenzie, sorry, but Konate is not the second best defender in the world. Well, if someone had said that to you 6-7 games ago, as in at the start of the season, you probably wouldn't have had that much of an argument. But people have changed based off a couple of games. But I absolutely... You say Gabriel Saliba, but again, Liverpool fans, most Liverpool fans wouldn't swap Konate for Saliba or Konate for Gabriel. Same as Arsenal fans wouldn't swap Konate for Saliba or Gabriel either. Daniel, do you find it a lot more tiring to stream as opposed to watching on your own? Oh, massive. Mate, it's so hard. It's so hard. I can't tell you. There's someone who's... I've said it before on here, but I've had all kinds of jobs, mate. I've done working outside in the rain, in winter. I've done flagging. I've done fencing when I was a lot younger. I've worked in warehouses doing shifts when I was 18, 19, 12-hour shifts at 6 a.m. till 6 at night and 6 at night till 6 a.m. Done all that. I've worked my way all up through sales, started at the bottom doing 100 phone calls a day and then got up to being a sales director, managing lots of people. I've done all sorts of jobs. This is really, really hard, this. This is really hard. It's so tough mentally because you're on camera for like 4 or 5 hours straight. Makes me think I may massively underplay people who go on Big Brother. Although I guess on Big Brother you kind of forget that the cameras are there. Ginge, defending in the Prem is easy these days. Only one striker to worry about. Back in the day, back in the 4-4-2 days, they were proper defenders. No, mate, that's not the case. Come on. That's not the case. That is not the case. You say back in the day, 4-4-2, they were proper defenders. Yeah, but that's also, back in the day, you had a flat back four, didn't you? You had fullbacks. Liverpool don't play with fullbacks. We've never played with fullbacks. We also don't play now with a holding midfielder. Back in the day, that was commonplace. You would have a sitting midfielder. So, for example, you're saying it like John Terry had it much harder because he had 2 strikers to deal with. No, I'm saying John Terry had Makelele in front of him and he had Ashley Cole and Ivanovic, or Ashley Cole and Paulo Ferreira, or Ashley Cole and... whoever it was at right back. Actually, had loads of right backs actually who were half decent. As Piliqueta was good later in his years as well. There's all sorts of fantastic right backs, full backs, and sitting midfielders who protected centre backs. Whereas it was never ever the case. It's not the case now. Look at how Liverpool play and how often Van Dijk and Konate are like basically 3-on-1 or 3-on-2. Liverpool push up so high. And it's the same to a degree with City, with not really with Arsenal, but certainly with Liverpool. We've always done that, and that's why Konate and Van Dijk, they're basically cheat codes. It's the same with Alisson. We are happy to push basically 8 or 9 of our outfield players up there, so that we leave Van Dijk and Konate, or just Van Dijk, or just Konate back. While we go in search of a goal. It's been always the case like that. Daniel, can we get an apology for saying Saliba was leaving and not signing a contract? Did I say that? I didn't think he would necessarily leave. Although I didn't necessarily realise either that he was as big an Arsenal fan as he's claimed now to be. But I also think he's throwing his career away a little bit. Daniel, would you like to see Liverpool play 4-4-2? I think we probably will at different points this season. Hey, thank you, Paul. Cheers for that. Ginge, think of all the top strikers you had in the early 2000s. Now you can name maybe 5 top strikers. But that's because the system has changed. That's not because there's not any top strikers. It's because your best players now in world football are wide players who are inside forwards. It's the same argument as... Cheers, Paul. It's the same argument as saying that Mo Salah... Look at Mo Salah. Mo Salah, Mane, Mahrez. You're saying it like we've got no good attackers. That's not the case. They're just not playing at centre forward really anymore. Ginge, I heard Alisson picked up an injury. Is it a bad one? He's out for about 6 to 8 weeks. Claim for a penalty. Oh, he's offside. Yeah, it's about 6 to 8 weeks. So he's going to miss the Chelsea game. He'll then be out for the internationals. And I think he's back early part of November. So he might miss maybe 3 or 4 Premier League games at a push. It's Danny. What do you think the score prediction for United v Sunderland tomorrow? I'm going to go 2-2. Yeah, 2-2 tomorrow, I think. Desmond, 2-2. Daniel, do you get fatigue from watching boring football? No, not really. Not really. Not the fatigue isn't from watching the boring football. Boring football just happens sometimes. But no, I wouldn't say I get fatigue from watching boring football. Sometimes you get it from repeating the same comments over and over and over again, because ultimately sometimes people come in and ask the same thing multiple times and you don't want to be a dick, so you just answer the question. JBLFC trying to multitask this and Hoffenheim Cologne. Ginge, that's a good point about wide players being the star players nowadays. And Sinash, what do you think of the game so far? It's been pretty dull. Yeah, it's been pretty dull. 45 minutes in, we've had one kind of half shot on target. It's not been pretty good, given the weather. The ball's holding up. Look at that. As soon as they put a pass in off the ground, it's all over the pitch. The wind's just taking it, and it's really difficult for the players out there tonight. So I expect we're going to see mistakes. I expect we're going to see a low-scoring game, a lot of low-scoring games this weekend, actually, if it's like this. Daniel, score prediction for the Chelsea game. I said 2-1 to Liverpool, but I actually think if it's like this, I'll go 1-0. I think it might be 1-0 Liverpool. I'll take a low-scoring game. Daniel, Sunderland are favourites for United. And Luke Etherington, I say United 2-0 against Sunderland. Oh, no. No, I don't think so. Sunderland are in a good place, and United really aren't. Daniel, do you think Sheffield v Coventry will be called off? I hope not. No, I'd like to see Coventry, go and win there, and because it looks like Coventry are in a really good place themselves. Might be a chance that Coventry can push for the playoffs this year. Ginge, I can't believe all of the money Chelsea have spent that they haven't bought any experience at all. I just can't believe they've gone and spent all that money and not actually bought either a centre-back or a goalkeeper. Like, they're the two positions that if you'd have literally asked even the most inexperienced young football fan and you said which areas of the pitch do Chelsea need to improve, it would have 100% been centre-back and goalkeeper. And all they've done is gone out and signed 9 more wingers. Let's go and get 9 more wingers and 8 more strikers and 4 more centre mids. And a couple of full-backs, because why not? But no actual centre-backs or goalkeepers. Crazy. Daniel, Coventry have been the most entertaining team to watch out of the 92. That's probably not a bad shout, yeah? And Luke, if Ruben Amorim does get sacked after the Sunderland game, who should replace him? I think it's going to be Gareth Southgate. We talked about this earlier. Who should replace him is not the same as who will. I think Gareth Southgate will be the one that gets the nod. But who actually does replace him? Who actually should replace him? I think it probably should be Oliver Glasner or Andoni Iraola. But I imagine it's not going to be either of them. It will be with a shot. The Welsh and Proud says Fulham win tonight, and I promise you, I'd just be relieved if we get a goal in this one. Honestly, it's been dreadful. It's been absolutely dreadful. We've got 4 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half. I think that's mainly due to the injury to Evan Nilsson. Bournemouth with the ball in. Claim for the handball. You're not getting that. Daniel, do you think Amorim stays until November so there's a reduction in payout fees? I don't think that's going to be a factor in him staying. I don't think that's going to be the reason, but I think he might stay longer than this weekend. Even if United don't win, something tells me that he stays a bit longer. Yeah, I don't think that's the reason. Luke Etherington, what about the ex-Liverpool boss? Which ex-Liverpool boss? Please tell me not Klopp. Klopp isn't going to Man United. S. Martin, how is the storm in the UK? Chance that some of tomorrow's matches will be postponed. I think quite a lot of the Championship and League One games and League Two games, lower league games probably will suffer, yeah. They probably will have quite a few postponements. And not due to anything other than safety, because that's the main concern with a lot of football games these days is, can people get to and from the ground? Can thousands of people safely get to and from the ground? And that's the reason the games will get called off. If it's dangerous outside in any way, or it's slippy, or it's, the winds become too fast, then yeah, it might be that they cancel the games. But no, I think it should be fine in the Premier League generally. I hope so anyway. Noah, do you miss Diogo Jota? Yeah, absolutely. I think as a footballer, we massively miss him. I mean, that's the only way I can speak. I didn't know Diogo Jota, so I've no idea. But as a person, I'm sure his teammates miss him. But yeah, as a footballer, as a finisher, he was absolutely brilliant. An absolute first-rate footballer. And someone came in here the other week and said, the Diogo Jota feels like he's got loads better because of the fact that he's not here anymore. And it felt like an insensitive comment at the time. It wasn't a particularly insensitive comment. I get where they were coming from, that, everyone's kind of perfect. Everyone's perfect in death, aren't they? Everyone, as soon as you die, you get, everyone thinks of you as, he was a lovely fella, a lovely guy, or a lovely lady, or whatever. Even though when you were here, maybe they were calling you all sorts. But I think even before Diogo Jota's passing, everyone said, Liverpool fans, I've been saying this for years, Diogo Jota is the best natural finisher we have had at Liverpool since Robbie Fowler. I would put him as the second best finisher we've ever had at Liverpool Football Club, in my lifetime anyway. He only needed half a chance, Jota. Absolutely unreal. Right, half-time here at the Vitality, a windy and wet Vitality Stadium. And second half will be kicking off in 15 minutes. Hey, look at that. Look at that cap. Love that. Yo, CB, how's it going? Liam Benitez linked with Rangers. I could see that. I'm strangely excited to see if Ruben is going to make changes or stick with it again. I think he has to go with Lamans now, doesn't he? He has to pick Lamans tomorrow. I don't understand why he wouldn't pick Bayindir really, really played so well for most of the game against Brentford, but that third goal, he absolutely threw it in. He threw it in, didn't he? Lisha, genuinely believe with all my heart that Ruben Amorim has a better career at United than Slot does at LFC. How? 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 I mean, how? How are we arguing that? That's so mad. Lisha, oh, we've done that one, sorry. S. Martin, safety first. Luke Etherington, what score do you think City will get on Sunday against Brentford? I think City will probably win that quite comfortably. I'd say 3-1. And Daniel, who would you prefer, Prime McAllister or Prime Milner? Prime McAllister is world class, one of the best midfielders in the world. James Milner, I think, has the ability to make the whole team better. So I would prefer James Milner. Prime James Milner was absolutely sensational. And he was a really good player, actually, as well, beyond just the whole leadership thing. Daniel, my neighbour has stolen my parcel. Any advice? Well, first off, any proof? Any proof? Because that's going to be the main question. CB, I haven't been around for a while, but my team are doing great. Second in the championship. Oh, nice. Robbie Fowler is Scarface in disguise. Well, Wrexham is currently 1-0 up against Birmingham at half-time. We've got quite a few Coventry fans in here, CB. And, yeah, Coventry doing really, really well. Ginge, if he doesn't pick Lamans tomorrow, he will lose most people straight away, me included. Carl, good evening, good to see you. And Liam, if you're watching Sky Sports, you can watch Multiview. So all of the 2 p.m. games at once, Key. You are joking me, aren't you? I can't watch multiple games at once. I've barely got enough attention span to watch one. Callum, do you think the Blackpool game is on tomorrow, Key? I mean, I would guess probably not. Is it at Bloomfield Road? I would imagine not. Because even on an average day, when it's not stormy, Blackpool is windy and wet. And, you know, especially in October, it's not a particularly welcoming place at times in that sense. But, especially on a windy, stormy day like tomorrow where there's maybe a potential for it to cause chaos, then no, I would say Blackpool probably won't be on. Be yourself, Dylan. I will vlog tomorrow. Oh, good. Daniel, the delivery driver, took a picture of his feet. And you know your neighbour well enough sufficiently from his feet. And I'd guess, yeah, I mean, I'd say I've got bigger questions for you, Daniel. Carl, what's your thoughts on the midweek officials? Some poor decisions. In the Champions League, I thought Villa were quite fortunate, Carl. I'll say that. I thought in the first half, I thought Villa should have had Ahmedhodzic. Sorry, I thought Feyenoord should have had Ahmedhodzic sent off. So I absolutely agree. Villa should have had him sent off. I don't understand why he wasn't. I said that at the time. We did the watch along on this channel. I absolutely agreed. I thought Ahmedhodzic should have gone. Don't know why he didn't. And then Feyenoord, I would say that goal, I don't understand why he disallows it. So, swings and roundabouts. I think Villa got the right result. 2-0's about right. They won it. In the end, they got the 3 points, and that's the main thing. But I would say Feyenoord were unlucky, just as Villa were unlucky. Joe, criminal investigations with Key. Suffragendin, reckon Ekatiki plays v Chelsea. No, I don't think so. I doubt it. Daniel, if you saw his feet, you'd never be able to forget them. So you've seen his feet on multiple occasions, enough to recognise them on a picture. Again, questionable. This is raising more questions about you, Daniel, than it is about this missing package. I mean, you have my internal sympathy that you're missing a package. And, you know, if it was me and I had that suspicion, I'd just go and knock on the door and say, listen, give me a fucking parcel, that lad. But, you know, other people just don't do that sometimes. Be yourself, Dylan. Everyone has different feet. I'm surprised you felt the need to say that, Dylan. 124, would you take Alex at Liverpool? Alex who? Which Alex are you talking about? Noah, are you going to live stream the United game? No. No, I don't think so. I'm not going to stream it. I am just going to watch the United game and we'll see how it goes. But I'll be live for the 12:30 against Leeds v Spurs tomorrow, and I'll also be live for the Chelsea v Liverpool game. So both of those I'm going to be doing. JBLFC, what is going on in the other chat? Daniel's got a problem. Carl, Villa did well against a good Feyenoord team. Yeah, they were really good. They were really, really good. Daniel, I've banged on his window and door 20 minutes after delivery and he refused to answer. Just keep him sort of, I don't know, like, on watch. Have you not got like a... You must be able to see him coming out of his house. Can you not see him out your window? Just curtain twitch for a few days. Just kind of curtain twitch, and then when you see him come out, straight out your front door and go, hey, whoa, give me parcel back. Joe, the Tony Sopranos of St. Helens, and Daniel, I know you want to watch Arsenal. I'm not going to hate watch Arsenal. No. I'm not going to hate watch Arsenal. It's so tempting though, because people are doing the hate watch of Arsenal. People are doing the hate watch of Man United. We've got to pick one. It's so annoying. I want to do one at least, or both ideally, but they've just... JBLFC, a feet recognisable thief. Yeah. The FBI are starting to use them as well. Feet prints. Never mind fingerprints. Get your feet out. We're doing feet prints. 124, your neighbour stole your package barefoot. Yeah, but not like... I'm guessing what he's saying is they took a picture and it was in his neighbour's front door and he had his feet out. I just can't get over the fact that he had recognisable feet. Be yourself, Dylan. Put a pot of paint on a tree and tie it, and when he comes out, drop it. Oh, my goodness me. And Daniel, my main rooms are on the opposite side of the house. Like, maybe set up a Ring door cam then or something. I don't know. Set something up. You're going to have to do something like that. Carl, do you predict any surprises this weekend? Well, I tell you what, Carl, I will say this weekend. We've just been talking about it. There's going to be some low-scoring games. It's going to be... I think we'll see lots of mistakes, lots of errors, some pretty dull games, low-scoring games. I think that's what we're going to see this weekend because they're just not... they're just not able to get any rhythm at the moment in this Bournemouth game. The Bournemouth-Fulham game has been all over the place. They can't pass. They can't pass 5 yards. Neither team... They can't pass, and they're either under-hitting it or over-hitting it. If they're hitting it off the ground, the wind is taking it. It's pissing it down. The wind's blowing people all over the place. It's just mental. Absolutely mental. Daniel, I'll set up a camera on his house. 124, biggest upset this weekend will be United beating Sunderland. I really expect Sunderland to get something there, you know. Daniel, do you watch press conferences? I don't watch the press conferences. I tend to just kind of listen to what's being said after them. And if there's any sort of a, you know, soundbite, then I'll go and have a look. But yeah, no, I don't really watch the press conferences. Carl, Sunderland put in a good shift. Daniel, United losing. What's that? Oh, cheers. Sorry, I didn't even see that. It doesn't pop up on here. It doesn't pop up on here. Cheers for the gift, CB. I didn't even spot that come through. Thank you for that. Daniel, United losing isn't a shock anymore, but it's still funny. And Carl, Sunderland put in a good shift. They will make it hard for United. Sam, you're becoming my favourite evening face. Just in the evening. Not to wake up to in the morning. That absolutely kills me. JBLFC, anyways, let's concentrate on the football. What are we saying, Lisha? That's a ridiculous question. Why? What's he asking? Xhaka or Bruno? Xhaka or Bruno? What the fucking hell have you just sent me? Cheers for that, Paul. Thank you. Daniel, can you give your top 3 left backs and right backs in the Premier League currently? Oh my God. Go on then, let's do it. Top 3 left backs and right backs in the Premier League currently. I'm going to have to use me pen and paper to jot them down. But I would go... I was just checking you can't actually see. Just checking you can't see. And then there's a few that I've got to kind of make judgments on. There's some half and half judgments I've got to call questionable ones. Right, so I'm going to say... Right, there you go. I think that's about right. So I would go, my absolute favourite would be, right back would be Timber. In fact, I'll just do them all collectively because I'm not going to name them 1, 2, 3. I'll go Timber, Munoz, Livramento. Timber, Munoz, Livramento. That would be my top 3 right backs. And my top 3 left backs would be... Gvardiol, Kirkes, Cucurella. Yeah, so I'd go Gvardiol is the best left back, even though he's basically a centre back. Wrexham 1, Birmingham 1. Patrick Roberts has equalised. Carl James is the best right back for me. I see. I like Reece James. I just don't think he's up there. I actually think Gusto's a better right back than him. Robertson is better than Kirker, says Daniel. I wouldn't disagree with that, but I just feel like best defender in the Premier League last year, best left back in the Premier League last year was Milos Kirkes, in the PFA Team of the Year. Now at the Champions, he's still very young. But there isn't a left back I would swap for Milos Kirkes, put it that way. I think Cucurella is really good. I like Andy Robertson. I like Anthony Robinson, by the way. I don't mind Lewis Hall either, but I think I think they are the best three. I think Gvardiol, Kirkes, Cucurella are the best three. That's a nice back, boy. This year, my right backs are James Munoz and Timber, then left back are Cucurella. Jed Spence! Fucking hell. Timbo Slice, I think Hall could have beaten Kirkes to team of the season if he didn't get injured. Can't see it. Carl, who would you say is the worst Premier League referee? Oh, there's a few. I mean, this fella is not fantastic. Probably Kavanagh, though, you know. And Paul Tierney. Paul Tierney's bad. Clarkey, Mazraoui is good as well, Key. Yeah, he's so good, Clarkey, that even Ruben Amorim doesn't pick him. Can't have Mazraoui if he's not even in his own team. Do you know what I mean? You're saying it like Mazraoui's a possibility. Mazraoui is actually a decent player, but he's not included anywhere close to the best right back in the Premier League. Not when your own manager doesn't even pick him. Daz, who's your midfield for tomorrow and front three? Oh, Bournemouth, very nearly in front. I've just realised we've not even started the bloody clock for the second half. That would have been embarrassing. Right, so my midfield for tomorrow and my front three for Liverpool would be Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. And front three, I would go Gakpo, Isak, Salah. Yeah, that would be my front three and my midfield three. Carl, do you think they should stop the clock for injuries like in rugby and play till 45 and 90? Well, do you know the average time that the ball is actually in play in the Premier League? It's been going down for years and years and years, but it's actually only about 50 minutes. It's crazy. You're actually only getting about 50 minutes of football in your average Premier League game at the moment. It's madness. JB, foot went the wrong way and my ankle cracked. Ooh, back in footy in October. Bloody hell, unlucky, mate. Gringo Red says, Ola Aina. Yeah, he's not had a great start to the season for Forest, has he? And Ben, Chris Foy. I like Chris Foy a lot. Lives locally to me. Or lived locally to me, rather. But, yeah, good lad. Lisha, because we don't play proper fullbacks, mate, Ahmad is a better right wing back. Yeah, but my point is you can't have, if you're naming your top three right wing backs or your right backs in the Premier League, you're not going to name Mazraoui when he doesn't play football for the club. that would just be madness. Reese, afternoon, Key, good to see you, man. And I could have predicted you'd pick that midfield with my eyes closed. Liam Manning, Ahmad Diallo, Derby tomorrow. Timbo, look forward to our win versus you tomorrow, Keith. Listen, lad, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You can take that to the bank because it ain't happening. We're gonna walk through Chelsea tomorrow. Chelsea have been shite all season. All season they've been dreadful. They haven't deserved anything. Clarkey, who's at right back tomorrow then, Key? Do you know what? Who have we got at left wing for Chelsea? It'll probably be Garnacho or someone like that, won't it? He might play Szoboszlai. I don't think he... I hope he doesn't. I want him to play Frimpong there. I want him to start playing Frimpong at right back. Because we've signed him as... He's our right back. We've just paid 40 million for a right back to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not even playing him there. Keeps playing him right wing. What are you doing? Absolute nonsense. That's the one thing I would say that Slot got wrong in midweek against Galatasaray. And he's got wrong whenever Frimpong's been fit. He's somehow decided to start him at right wing. Hassan says tomorrow starting front three should be Ekatike, Isak and Salah. Could be, but I don't think it will be. I think Ekatike's going to start on the bench. Morgan Rogers, game of the season, this. Oh, it's been quality, hasn't it? Top quality. I think you've got to blame the weather a little bit, though. And doesn't really bode well, because I think a lot of games are going to be like this weekend. Might actually be better if they do cancel them. It might not be the worst thing. Get the players off to the international break early. You know, they're well rested. And then they can come back after the international break and play these fixtures another time. Because it's going to be shit this weekend. The quality of football is going to be really poor. Carl, I agree. There's so much time wasted in today's football. Paul, think what time a match would actually finish if they played a full 90 minutes? Oh, no, it'd be on for 3 hours, wouldn't it? Evan Leonard, seems like a lot of games tomorrow are in doubt due to the weather. It's looking like it. I mean, this one's been really poor. Oh, off the bar! There you go, prime example there. A prime example. It was a corner to Bournemouth. They've whipped it in, and it's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar. Has he? Oh, actually, no, Leno's punched it away, but it was going in. It was going in. It was just under the crossbar. He nearly scored direct off a corner there because he whipped it in, and the winds just took it. Just took it. It was nearly creeping in at the near post, that. Good goalkeeping from Leno. Joe mentioning Liverpool again. Shameful. Listen, I get asked a question. Daniel, which player do you think will make the most appearances at right back for Liverpool this season? I hope Frimpong, but I imagine it'll be Bradley. Daniel, can you do a prediction for the amount of league goals Salah, Ekatike and Isak will score? I'll say Salah will get 15. I think Isak will get about 15. And I think Ekatike will get about 15. Alex, hi there. Not able to watch. Anyone look like scoring? No, mate. Honestly, it's been a really, really poor game. We've had maybe one real chance, one real shot on target. The weather is so bad. It's windy. It's a really, really poor game. And the players can't really pass the ball. When they're passing the ball, they're under-hitting it. It's bobbling. When they pass it and it's like off the ground, the wind's taking it off. And it's so difficult for the lads to get any sort of purchase on. Oh, it's a claim for a penalty here again from Bournemouth. It's going to be, honestly, that is what's going to happen this weekend. Any goals that happen, any games that happen like this where the weather's this bad, it's going to be penalties. It's going to be, own goals and set pieces. It's going to be things like that where the teams do well. Miss Lav, who are you supporting out of the two? I'm not supporting either. I just watch football on this channel. That's what we do. And 3-star Reds on the rumour. Front, Newcastle want Elliot Anderson. Nuno wants to sign Chris Wood. Forest want Glasner. No chance. And Forest complained to UEFA over last night's ref. That was in the Daily Mail, though. Well, then, yeah, there you go. Not much truth to that, then. Morgan, what's the weather like in London tomorrow? You've confused me for Alexa. Carl, do you think any English clubs will win the European trophies this season? I think they will, yeah. There's a good chance certainly with Palace in the Conference League. I feel like Palace in the Conference League have got a great chance. They should be really taking that one. Forest and Villa in the Europa League, I'm not I'm not sure on, I'll be honest. There's a claim for a foul here, and it has gone to VAR. It doesn't look like a foul to me. What's the foul for? What's the foul for? Oh, you're never giving a foul for that, ref. That's never a foul. Yeah, it's never a foul. Oh, he's pushed him. He has pushed him, actually. Do you know what? He has. He actually has pushed him. Is he going to go and have a look? Is he going to go and have a look? Is he? Is he going to have a look? It's a good shove in the back, this, you know. Is he going to have a look at it? I don't think he is, you know. I think he's playing on. Yeah, play on. Whew, well, hey, there you go. Fulham get away with one. It was a ball into the box, and it looked like a shove in the back, maybe, from the centre-back, from the Fulham centre-back on Evan Nilsson, and he just goes down like a sack of spuds. Daniel, do you think Bradley will get close to Trent's level? No. Oh, he's a very good right back, Bradley, but I don't think he's world class. Not in that sense, anyway. I think he's a very solid right back, and that's okay. That's fine. Lisha, Frimpong isn't a right back. James is a prime example of a proper fullback. Does both equally. Mate, honestly, Reece James is not a good right back. Reece James is a thoroughly decent beta version of Trent. He can pass, he can cross, but he's not really a defender. There's so many times he's let Chelsea down defensively. Chelsea are just... he's not that guy. And then you've got the injuries on top of that. Timbo, Father Time has caught up with Salah finally. Not that he's terrible now, but I think his peak is over. Why do you think that? Do you think that's just because you're a Chelsea fan and you want that to be the case? Like, he literally broke the Premier League record, all-time record last year. He literally broke it last year. Like, not even last year, like months ago, a few months ago, he broke the Premier League record. ATM says, big up Key, good to see you, mate. I reckon we have the filthiest weekend of football this weekend. I think you'll be surprised. It's going to be a really poor weekend of football, I expect. And Daniel, when do you think the earliest Ange could get sacked? I hope he gets at least till Christmas. I think it would be wrong if they sack him before then. And I actually think Forest could be making a rod for their own back if they start sacking managers that quickly. Because at what point then, if you're a Premier League manager or a potential manager and you get approached by Marinakis, you're going to look at Ange and you're going to go, no, you're all right. You're all right, thank you. So they're going to have to go down the list until they're able to get, you know, managers that want to work there and work for them. Alex Hernandez, pen. It's not a pen, no. There was a check for a pen, but there was a shove in the back of Evan Nilsson, but it wasn't enough of a shove for the referee. Certainly not enough that they wanted to go and send him to the screen for VAR. Lenny, how's my Fulham doing before I send the cheese board ultras round? Terrible. They're doing pretty poorly, to be honest. It's corner here, though, to Fulham. Timbo, hypothetically, how many losses in a row would it take for Forest to sack Ange? Ooh, probably 4 or 5, I would imagine. Yeah. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the share. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't yet, please do head over to YouTube. Key Thomas, go and subscribe. Go and give us a follow. I am live every single day. I'll be live tomorrow for Spurs away at Leeds and also Liverpool away at Chelsea. Fulham Sky one over the bar there. Josh King. It's been a terrible game to watch. It really has. Lisha, is that why Vinny said he's the hardest fullback he's faced but had nothing to say about Trent? Oh, well, that confirms it then. That confirms it. Liam, it was an accidental stand on his ankle, but have to blame that on the weather. And Nostalgia Bunker, to be fair to Florian Wirtz, he does cover a lot of grass and get in the corners nicely. Right, Clivert is about to come on for Bournemouth. FM No Casuals, Bournemouth, Newcastle was abysmal as well. Do we think it's just a Bournemouth thing now then? Because I'm blaming this on the weather. I think this is it's setting a real precedent for the weekend's football that we're going to see lots of low-scoring games. We're going to see games where they're just no rhythm. They can't build up a spell of possession. Lots of blocks. Set pieces are going to cause chaos. It's going to be those, and there's going to be a few mistakes as well. Timbo, to be fair, a lot of wingers have said that James was their hardest or one of their hardest opponents. I know, but again, they're going to say that, aren't they? They're going to say that because they're being asked about it. I guarantee you nobody's named Reece James just in a random interview as their hardest opponent. Nostalgia Bunker, I don't want to sound like Ty, but yeah, the wind is playing a part. Yeah, for a start, it's been raining. Why are Bournemouth going long like that when they know that it's not going to actually get... Oh, he actually has found his man for the first time tonight. Here he is. Bournemouth on the counter. Great play. They get in the box. Oh, and he's ran it out of play. There you go. Prime example. Jimenez comes on. Takes a heavy touch. Runs it straight out of play. This year, that was an interview, though, Vinny and Leao too. And they asked who's the hardest right back, and they said Reece James. Yeah, all right. Daniel, what football content do you watch? What football content do you watch? I watch everyone, to be honest. I tend to watch through the day. I'll watch like other clubs that we're doing. So like I've got Cherries TV for Bournemouth, and I'll watch like the Blue Boys Network for Everton. I've watched HLTCO for Palace. I watch the United Stand. Well, I don't really watch... I do watch the United Stand a little bit, but I watch Flying Pig. I watch Stretford Paddock for United. I watch a lot of different teams' channels so that I can actually get a feel for what their fans are thinking. Feels at least then we've got some sort of a... There's a little bit of research that goes into this. Joe, do you reckon Russell Martin is even bothered if he's going home to Lucy Pinder? Probably not, no. Archie, alright mate, don't suppose you remember when I was talking about Veljko Milosaveljevic? He's on the bench for Bournemouth. Yes, he signed for them, didn't he? Just in the summer window, just gone. Look at the state of that. Cross in, cleared away, gone out straight out for the throw-in. It's just, honestly, it's really, really poor. Really, really poor. $65 minutes on the clock. It's got 0-0 all over this. Oh, yeah. There's a balloon, a white balloon, just kind of floating around the pitch, and I keep mistaking it for the ball. It's only a matter of time before the players do as well. Oh, that's great play down the right-hand side from Bournemouth. Get it in the box. Oh, cleared away. And Harry Wilson gets it up the pitch. 3-star Reds, the situation at Forest now is down to Mr. Marinakis and Edu. Edu did not like the power Arteta had at Arsenal, and Nuno may have had the same problem with him, as he was not a yes man. But why is Marinakis giving him that power? I mean, I don't know why you would do that. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it really? Bournemouth just about hanging on to it here. Feels like this is probably the first bit of pressure we've seen from either team. It took 65 minutes where they're actually... Maybe the wind's calmed down a little bit, I don't know, but it feels like they're actually stringing a few passes together. Just about stringing a few passes together. Timbo, I'm amazed at how Forest have self-sabotaged after their best season in 2 decades. Self-sabotaged as well. It's true, isn't it? That's probably a fair assessment. Harry Wilson coming off, and who's this? Is this Kevin coming on? I think it is. I think it's the Shakhtar signing Kevin coming on, and Josh King also coming off for who? Who's coming on? Chukwueze. Oh, 2 new signings. There you go. Chukwueze and Kevin come on for King and Wilson. There you go. Timbo, you can't be a Brazilian called Kevin, bloody hell. But surely that's the most Brazilian name going. They're all called that now. Fred. Anderson. They're all getting... I don't know what... They all give themselves English names. Apart from, like, Hulk. But there's loads of Brazilians called... Look, Alisson. Christ. He's giving himself female names as well now in Brazil. But they're not actually called that, are they? When you look at them, when you go and like click on the name or whatever on Wiki or whatever, the name's actually like Nuno Moraes Gomes Pinheiro Santos da Silva, whatever. Nickname Oscar. yeah, there you go. Nickname Oscar. Who else? Go on, let's think of some other. Joe. Joe was another one. Do you remember City striker Joe? Who else has there been? Fred, Oscar. I mean, Ramirez is kind of a... Yeah. Well, Pato doesn't count. I don't think you get the game, Lisha. Pato doesn't count, and neither does Kaka. We're talking about English-based names. Like Fred and Oscar and Kevin. But they're not actually called that. Nathan. There you go. That's a great shout, Timbo. Nathan. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Perfect. That's exactly the sort of... exactly the sort of suggestion we were looking for. Right. Ball down the right-hand side for Fulham. Floated in. Chance. Hit it. Oh, unlucky. Fulham very nearly 1 up. Kennedy, yes. Kennedy absolutely would count. Lisha, since when was Fred an English name? Mate, are you English? Absolutely that's an English name. Fred is the most English name. Amongst many. But yeah, Fred is absolutely an English name. CB Nathan derived from Nathaniel, which is Brazilian. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Fulham are in. And they've scored! It's 1-0 Fulham! Oh, and who scored? Is it Sessegnon? Sessegnon rattles it in. There you go. 1-0 Fulham. And do you know what? We've been waiting for a goal all night. And there you go. A superb finish from Sessegnon. Bournemouth 0, Fulham 1. Everyone thought Bournemouth would nick it tonight. It's been a tough watch. The ball gets played in. Great ball. And Sessegnon with a wonderful finish. That's the first bit of really incisive play we've seen. Sessegnon breaking forward from left back. He gets in and it's just a toe bung. He's just toe poked it past the keeper. It's a great finish. And it's 1-0 to Fulham. Wallace, yeah. Wallace is another one. Xavi Simons, finally a goal. Oh, Fulham are pushing forward again here. Semenyo's letting me down. Only got one shot this game. Come on, I'm trying to think of more Brazilian names that might qualify for it. Has there been a Brazilian called Steve? I mean, Chelsea fans call Estevao Steve. No, I don't think there's been a Steve. I mean, Anderson possibly you could get away with. Malcolm's another one. Yeah, Malcolm. You definitely have Malcolm. That's maybe worse than Kevin, isn't it? Malcolm. Douglas. Douglas is one. And there's also, I don't know if you remember the centre-back who used to play for Leon, Chris. Bernard, yeah, Bernard, Chris. Miranda. I mean, it's a female. Such a boring game. Josh, can someone tell me what's actually going on? Football, mate. We're watching a game of football. CB, okay, we're both wrong. It's Hebrew. No, I knew it was Hebrew. I didn't say it was anything. You said it was Brazilian. I said it wasn't. I knew it was Hebrew. Josh, I mean the Brazil thing. Yeah, the Brazil thing, we're talking about Brazilians with English names. Yeah. Brazilians with English names. That's what we're talking about. Well, it is. Nathan is an English name. Nathan is an English name. Alex the centre-back. There you go. Another great one. Yeah. Miranda, Chris, Alex, Douglas, Fred, Anderson, Malcolm, Bernard, Oscar, Allison in goal, and now Kevin we've just seen for Fulham. Xavi Simons, what team do you support? I mean, you could guess. If you had to guess, what would it be? Callum, I said this game was going to be unpredictable. You called it, mate. You called it. It's a great goal, though, to be fair. It's been an awful game. It's been a really difficult one to watch. It's been a really, really difficult one to watch, but a really, really fabulous finish, that from Sessegnon. And they're away again here, Fulham. They're away again. Hit it. Oh, he's on his own, and he's just taking it into the corner. That's a foul. Yeah, it's going to be a foul. Chukwueze fouled. The Welsh and proud. Told you, you did. You did, absolutely, yeah. Callum, wait till tomorrow when Mamadashvili scores from the halfway line because of Storm Amy. Do you know what? That might be Anthony. There you go. Great shout, Anthony. That might be a really, really good shout for this weekend. Put £1 on a goalkeeper to score in the Premier League. £1 on the goalkeeper. Because I'm telling you, this is the sort of weekend where it'll happen. Get on it. It'll only take the wind to catch it, and it could definitely catch some keepers out. Good ball in. Fulham get it away. And Semenyo's fouled. It's going to be a foul to Bournemouth and a yellow card there, I think, as well, maybe. Is he going to give him a yellow? Yeah, yellow card. Timbo, Alan. Yeah, Alan. Javi Simons Bruno is not a Brazilian name. We're not saying it's a Brazilian name. We're saying it's an English name. We're saying it's an English name, and it's given to a Brazilian. Just to clarify, some people are seriously getting it wrong. We're talking about Brazilians who are born and given names like Nuno Moraes Santos da Silva, right? But then they are choosing very English nicknames, and that's what they use in their football career. It's not actually their names. If you look at their names on their Wikipedia, on their passport, whatever, it's not actually their names. But like they just give themselves that name. That's their nickname. In a lot of circumstances. You could probably count Fabio and Raphael a little bit like that. I know Fabio and Raphael, I think that was actually their names, wasn't it? But yeah, Fabio and Raphael maybe to a degree. This year, Bruno is 100% not English. You clearly don't understand that then. It's like Latin and Hispanic. Yeah, but what, English is Latin. That's what English is, basically. It's a mishmash of Latin, Anglo, Saxon, Germanic, Viking. That's what English is. English is a melting pot. It's everything. You can't tell me a mate named Bruno. I can't tell you a mate named anyone, mate. I sit in my house watching football fucking 24/7. You're my mate. I ain't got mates named Bruno. No, you're right. But that doesn't evidence that you're right and I'm wrong. Full stop. Eric. Yes, Eric's another good one. Eric's a very good shout. I'd be very surprised if Eric was actually his name. Timbo, what a self-burn that was. I have actually got friends. I have got mates. You guys. David. I think, well, I mean, there is a David who plays for Chelsea. Do you remember him? Chelsea centre-forward, David. I know it was spelt slightly differently. It was D-E-I-V-I-D, wasn't it? And again, if you want to be technical, David is also Hebrew and Jewish. Oh my God, what a goal that is! Oh my goodness me, Semenyo, that is absolutely incredible. That is absolutely different gravy. Oh my God, you are not going to believe this goal. Now, Leno has either had an absolute shocker, and it looks like it on the face of it. He looks like he's had a real nightmare. But Semenyo picks this up here on the left-hand side. Oh my God, it's some run. He skins the fullback, he gets to the byline, and he knocks it through the legs of Leno. It's a great goal. And Semenyo's got got Bournemouth back level. It's a great goal, that. Oh, what a finish. Antoine Semenyo, Bournemouth 1, Fulham 1. Drills it through the legs of Leno and in at the far post. Tight angle. Timbo Slice, right, what club is Semenyo joining this summer then? I don't know. I don't know if there's too many that would take the gamble on him for the money that it would cost. He's too old now, really. Oh. Pup, like Ronaldinho's name, is Ronaldo, so he went with little Ronaldo. Isn't Ronaldinho's name Ronald? It's Ronald, isn't it? It's not even Ronaldo, it's Ronald. It's Ronald Assis Moriera Gaucho. And he called himself Ronaldinho. But Inho means little, doesn't it, in Portuguese? Timbo, he's not old, is he? Well, yeah, but he's only 25, but he'll be 26 going on 27 by the time they're looking at him, won't they? So 26, 27 next summer, which is the only time they're going to sign him. So 26 going on 27, no team's paying, whatever, 60 million for you at this rate. It's no team's paying 60 million for him at this price. 25 is not that old. It is in football terms. And it's not 25, it's 26, 27, innit? It's not 25. Because they're not signing him when he's 25. 25's gone. He's 26 in like 2 or 3 months. So next season he will be 27. So you don't sign players for 60, 70 million who are going to be 27 in a couple of months' time, basically. Timbo, he's 25 until he's 26. Yeah, the old classic. Teams just don't do it, though, unless it presents itself as a real opportunity. Like, if Bournemouth needed to sell and wanted to sell and Semenyo was forcing a move and there was a good deal to be had, like, I think if you put Semenyo on the market for 40 million or 50 million, he would go. He would absolutely go, and he'd go to a really good club. As soon as you start pushing it up to 60, 70 million, which is probably what he's worth, they're not, in my opinion, I don't think any club's paying 60, 70 million for Semenyo. They're just not, are they? Timbo, 60 million for Semenyo wouldn't even be bad if he keeps playing like this. Yeah, but for who? For who? Who's the 70 million coming from? Who's paying 70 million for Semenyo? He don't get in Liverpool's side. He don't get in Arsenal's side. He doesn't get in City's side. I don't really know which side he gets in, to be honest. Us. Yeah, United and Spurs. Maybe United and Spurs, in fairness. But again, United aren't paying that sort of money if they're out of the Champions League. If United are out of the Champions League again, then they're not paying that money for Semenyo. They're selling players, if anything. Villa, possibly, maybe. But again, is that enough of a trade up? Do you know what I mean? I think if Semenyo's at Bournemouth, is Villa enough of a step up? I'm not sure it is. Maybe a rogue move to a Bayern or a Juve. Now that could work. Yeah, maybe not so much Bayern, but maybe someone like Juve, that could work. Fulham with a shot from the edge of the area and straight into Petrovic's hands there. Ben, I've seen he's called Ben Gallandoke now, yeah. Shot from distance. Oh my God, what a goal! It's an absolute screamer. Oh, what a strike that is from Justin Kluivert. That's an absolute howitzer from about 30 yards, 35 yards. An absolute screamer from nowhere. It's a wonder strike from Justin Kluivert. Just picks it up, right-footed, lashes it in. Oh, keeper gets nowhere near it. Straight into the side netting as well. It's such a good finish, that. That is an incredible goal. Justin Kluivert puts Bournemouth 2-1 up with basically 5-6 minutes left to go. It's a great goal. An absolute screamer, that. Leno is just getting nowhere near it. Fabulous strike. Pope says with an assist by the wind. What a strike. Oh, it's unreal. Timbo, Semenyo would probably start for Liverpool, but wouldn't be enough of an upgrade for the money. I don't think he'd start. No, he wouldn't start for us, mate. He's getting nowhere near the players that we've got on that left-hand side. Xavi, is it a Semenyo assist as well? Oh, right, okay. Bloody hell, I didn't even see that. Callum, the game has come alive. When you said it was dull, you cursed it again. And well, I need to say it more often, don't I? I need to say it more often. Ball's over to the far side here. Fulham coming back. Fulham aren't dropping it here, honestly. They really aren't going and letting this run. They're fighting for a 2-2 here. I said 2-1 as well. That was my prediction earlier, wasn't it? I've called it. Callum, Everton Stadium is going to drown in this storm. Oh, it's going to be really bad down there, isn't it? It's going to be really, really bad down there. Yeah, Everton Stadium, right down by the docks. That one's going to be tricky. I'd be very surprised, actually. That one probably is going to get called off, innit? That's 100% getting called off, Everton against Palace. If it's like this... Oh, it's bad. Right, Smith Rowe and Traore come on for Iwobi. And I think it's Diop as well gone off. Ball's gone over to the far side here for Sessegnon. Great play by Sessegnon. And just, again, the same problem that's happened all night. He hangs a ball up into the far post and it just, the wind catches it. Here's Adama Traore. Still time for another goal in this one. Still time. Daniel, I'm going to try for my parcel again. Go on, lad. Go and get it. Go and get it. Come back and let us know if you got it. Here's Adama Traore. Pulls it back. Chance for Fulham. Oh, just over the bar. It's a claim for a corner. It's a claim for a corner. Does he give it? I don't think he has. Joe, but surely a decision would be made now as Palace fans will be travelling early morning. No, quite frequently they don't. Quite frequently they only get... the decision only gets made like maybe a couple of hours before kickoff in some cases. Which I know is frustrating when people have travelled all the way up from South London to go up to the game. But it's quite frequently, yeah, it just doesn't happen. Right, we've got a few minutes left here. CB, Key, I keep saying stuff, but you're not getting it. Is there a problem? No, I don't think so, mate. Well, I've just seen that one. I don't know about the others. Timbo Slice, just seen a French player playing a Nintendo. It was Thierry on Wii. I like it. I like it. I'll see myself out. Thierry on Wii. Right, here we go. It's the last couple of minutes here for Fulham. Adama Traore stands it up to the far post. Straight out of play. Ollie, what are you doing tomorrow? I am doing Leeds against Spurs, 12:30. Early kickoff. And then I'm doing Chelsea against Liverpool, late kickoff. I'm umming and ahhing as to whether to do the 3 o'clock, the Arsenal or the United game. I don't think I will. I think I'll just be doing them two for the time being. Liam Manning, Bournemouth are up to second. He's had a hell of a start to the season, it's got to say. It's got to be said. CB, can you see my messages? I've just seen your last two, mate, yeah. And UFC Sam, are you doing Newcastle v Forest? No, that's on Sunday at 2 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, no, at this moment, I've got Everton, Palace, Brentford and City. Obviously, if there is cancellations, then, yeah, no, I'll probably have to change some stuff around. But at this moment in time, I am doing, I'm doing Palace and Everton on the Sunday. Timbo, Bournemouth and the new Villa will get the Champions League before PSR ruins them. What do you mean before PSR ruins them? Villa haven't been ruined by PSR. I don't know where you're getting this from. Villa have not been ruined by PSR. Villa have been ruined by them signing shit players. That's been the problem for Villa. They spent 250 million on 11 or 12 players, I think, who never improved the first 11 and never increased in value. Villa have had a really, really bad couple of summers, couple of windows. It's nothing to do with PSR. Dylan, Bournemouth might win the league. And FM No Casuals, Villa have average players on high salaries. And the manager as well, by the way. I'm not saying he's an average manager, by the way, but Unai Emery, I think, is he the highest paid manager in the league, or certainly one of them? They pay very, very big wages, Villa. And Liam, they signed Rashford on loan. He's on like 300k a week. That must have dented them. And Timbo, yes, but teams like United and Spurs can spend money on crap players and go again. Villa can't. I know, but that's because they've got money in the bank, haven't they? They've got sort of credit from being well run over many, many years and decades of running very, very well. Aston Villa were in the Championship like 5-6 years ago. So the idea that Villa can just come back up and just spend, and that's just fact. Well, no, of course it's going to take time. It should take time. The idea that you can just come up, spend whatever you want, and just spend unabated, it just doesn't make an awful lot of sense to me. I think teams have to be able to get credit in the bank first. CB, thank you for the gift, mate. And Lisha says it's Pep, Arteta, and then Emery. Right. Right, we've got 6 added minutes at the end of this game, by the way. I've not added them on the timer. There you go, 6 added minutes. Callum, we all remember Villa's luck against Sheffield United. Again, very true. And they had it again, didn't they? They had it again against Feyenoord last night. Right, Bournemouth pushing forward for the third here. Here's Kluivert. CB, is there a Championship game tonight? There is, mate. Yeah, Wrexham are currently 1-1 with Birmingham. I think it's in the last few seconds, that one. So it should be done shortly. Timbo, that's an interesting debate, actually, between Emery and Slot. What do you mean, as in who's the better manager? I think right now you'd have to say it's Arne Slot, but I think over the period of his career, you'd probably say it's been Emery. He's done incredibly well. But yeah, I mean, it's if you ask Liverpool fans, would you swap him? Then obviously it would be a no. But Arne Slot has done incredible things in his career so far that I don't think Unai Emery will be able to achieve himself. Chance! Oh, Fulham very nearly 2-2. Oh, it was Tom Kearney, I think, with a strike from the edge of the box. Very, very nearly 2-2. Fulham, do you know what? It's come alive, this game, in the last, 15, 20 minutes. We just wanted it to be like this all the game. It's been shocking for about 70 minutes. Then we've had 3 goals and everyone's having chances in the last 20. I'd love it if it just carried on like this, but no. It's been a really, really decent end to this game. Declan, why are you interested in this game? Well, why not? Same reason you're interested in this game. Same reason you clicked on it, mate. It sure feels like you get that question so often. What, as in, why do you like this game? I don't know. Callum Key, I just can't see how we don't score 2 or more tomorrow with Chelsea's defence. The reason we won't score 2 or more, mate, is what we've seen tonight, which is the absolute state of the weather. It's been so bad. The wind's been swirling. It's been pissing it down. It's just been a really, really difficult night for football. And now Bournemouth on the counter-attack here, and they've got a real chance to make it 3-1. It's a big old chance here. Is it Ben Doak in the middle? Chance for must be. It's 3. What a goal that is on the counter-attack. It's Semenyo. 3-1. It's an absolutely wonderful goal on the counter-attack for Bournemouth. And Andoni Iraola is loving it. It's an absolute screamer. A brilliant goal for Bournemouth, fully deserved. And we've ended this game with 4 goals that we never thought we'd get. It's been an absolutely shocking night of football, hasn't it? The weather has completely dominated. It's ruined any spectacle of this game. But I tell you what, it's been unbelievable. Great goal at the end there. I think it's Doak who gets away on the right-hand side. And it's just him, and he pulls the ball across, lays it off beautifully to the edge of the box. Semenyo just runs onto it, and first time, left-footed, smashes it low and hard past Leno. No chance. Great side-footed finish. Beautiful goal. Bournemouth 3, Fulham 1. Three-star Reds, finally the Fulham corner for a 16 quid return. Christ, me thing's frozen. Something's frozen on here. I can't even see what's going on. I'll have to click off that and go back on it. Hassan, it is an excellent team player and a wonderful goal. Noah, does your son play Roblox? I haven't got a son. Haven't got a son. What we saying? Full-time Wrexham Birmingham was 1-1 and CB, before I go, do you do Heart Me's? I don't know what Heart Me is. I've no idea what Heart Me is. Timbo, Semenyo again. Why haven't I got him on FPL? Am I a fool? And Ben, glad I kept Semenyo in my fantasy. Be yourself, Dylan. I had Semenyo in my fantasy team. Yes, get in. Well done. Liam, imagine liking football key. Oh, I just thought they were gifts, to be honest. I just thought they were gifts. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have no idea what they are. But thank you. Really appreciated. Right, it's full time. It's full time here. Bournemouth 3, Fulham 1. And, hey, well, what a game it turned out to be in the end. That was a decent game. I enjoyed that. For the last 20 minutes, anyway. Right, I am off. I will see you all tomorrow about 12:30ish, there or thereabouts, for our lunchtime stream. Spurs against Leeds. Take it easy and have a lovely night. See you later. Take it easy.